We spend our whole entire lives chasing temporary pleasure and comfort. We spend our whole lives taking drugs and alcohol for temporary comfort and pleasure. We spend our whole lives chasing lust and sleeping with as much people as possible for temporary comfort and pleasure. We spend our whole lives looking at pornography, playing video games, any of the worldly desires that we indulge in just for temporary comfort and pleasure. But at the end of the day, it'll never fill that void in your heart. The reason that we seek comfort and pleasure through all these worldly influences is because we're empty on the inside. We feel doubt, we feel shame, we feel pain, we feel anger, resentment. We are doing everything at our own expense to temporarily put a band-aid on that hole in your heart, the void in your heart that only God can fill. 1 Corinthians 6:12 tells us, "You say, I am allowed to do anything, but not everything is good for you. And even though I am allowed to do anything, I must not become a slave to anything." Boy, that sinful nature sure does feel good until you try to quit it for a day. It feels so liberating. Try to quit it for one day, and then you realize how much of a slave you are to it. Proverbs 21:7 says, "He who loves pleasure will be a poor man. He who loves wine and oil will not be rich." 1 Timothy 5:6 also says, "But she who lives for pleasure is dead, even while she is alive." I understand why people do what they do. I was one of those people. A lot of you who knew me before I found God was addicted to self-harm, addicted to lust, addicted to drugs, addicted to alcohol, addicted to the worldly pleasures, and I did it every single day. Here's what I realized. 1,000 times is never enough, and one time is one too many. One of the worst pieces of advice you could possibly give someone is, do what makes you feel good. Really? My question to you who thinks that, is it really working? Is it really helping? Is it really fulfilling? If all these worldly pleasures were a solution, why do you spend your whole life doing it? Seems like it's going to be chasing the wind, which means you're never going to get there. Only God Himself can give you permanent peace, permanent gratification, permanent joy. Only God can fill that empty void in your heart. Stop chasing these pleasures of the world.